Yes, welcome back and a very good morning to you. It's a pleasure to have you back on our show. So, sir, how has been how has been the previous week?
It's smooth and not really power in the market. We have the same situation last month, and we are waiting to see what will be happen in the next weeks.
One of the questions we are looking at in terms of getting your insights is we have seen that the crude prices continue to inch up. They are touching almost $120 for the Brent. So where do you see the impact on the bitumen prices?
Yes, if we want to explain about the changes that are happening both the crude oil price and its rate on the bitumen, I have to say that generally by the increase of crude oil and the fuel oil, definitely it is expected that bitumen price increases too. But at the moment, the point is whether the market is capable of accepting this increase or not, because as it's we can see in the market, considering the current level of demands, and as the importers have the offers and cargoes with the old prices, they are not willing to accept any more increase, and they are not adjusting themselves with increases of the prices. In this situation, maybe we can say that either the exporters of from Iran are expected to bear the loss and just continue their export to actually rotate their export in the market, or we can expect a gap between demand and supply prices in Iran market, and if the crude increases more actually. If I want to just make a conclusion in the end of my actually question that you provided me, I have to say that yeah, by the increase of crude oil and fuel oil, the expectation of bitumen price increase can be possible too, but we have to say they are willing, if they are ready to accept it or not.
So it is very interesting to hear that it is primarily the demand side concerns which are weighing down the bitumen prices. So despite the crude being on an upward journey, but it's the weak demand on the bitumen sector which is playing onto keeping the bitumen prices not in sync with the crude. So very interesting, and this bears some further observation as we look into further weeks and hope for the demand side to start inching up. But the Indian season of the bitumen demand is almost over because of the upcoming monsoons. So I guess we have some more time before we see some good uptake. So which brings us to our next question is Singapore bitumen prices, they are moving up. So they are reflecting an upward trend. Do you think in terms of arbitrage between the Middle East and the Singapore prices, so it might have some positive impact on the price?
Normally, Iran considers the rates of the bitumen of Bahrain and Singapore, and also check all the time other competitors, and also we have Singapore and Bahrain in our benchmark to see if they are going to increase or not. But there is no direct effect. If Singapore increase the bitumen, it doesn't have any direct effect on the Iran bitumen. We also check them as other suppliers at what they are going to make a decision for the next weeks. But as Ms. Razi also said, we think that the price in Iran, if the crude oil rally is going and increasing, the price in Iran forcefully will increase. But the situation is really not obvious for
so it's a fairly
suppliers and the buyers, because we predict on the May we predict on the May that the crude oil price should be something around 105 up to 115, and as you check till the end of the May, prices is in the range. But in the last 2 days, as a conflict happened in the Persian Gulf about the Greek tankers, price jumped to 120, something like that. In the June, as we check the technical and the fundamental of the crude oil, it seems that the minimum and the maximum price of the crude should be something around 110 up to 125, and the reasons is mostly about the new sanctions against Russia that will be applied from the 1st of June, and also the demand season in the US will be a start, and these things boost the crude oil price jumping. We think also maybe Singapore change the price, Bahrain change the price, not positive, not negative. We don't have any prediction about that. But Iran will also monitor the price of the Singapore and also price of the Bahrain, what will happen, and also check the price of the 𝗪𝗀, as we know that in mid of the June or end of the June, monsoon will start, and also 𝗪𝗀 may have a decision for the controlling the price. So we have our formula, but we also check India, Singapore, and also Bahrain to make a correct decision.
So it's very interesting. So you're suggesting the crude prices are likely to stay within 110 to 125 range, and the prices would need some further observation for it to really see, and not much changes expected. So thank you.
Thank you. As we check the fundamentally and the technically, we observe the increase in the crude, but you know, every day all the things are changing. Right now, we predict that the June price minimum maximum should be 110 and 125.
That's very, very interesting, and we hope it stays the course. And thank you for joining us and sharing your valuable insights with our viewers. We really look forward to further updates. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.